Hi there. As you can see, it is the winter mountain. I am back at Finse, and I'm planning to do some winter training for a couple of days. I'm not sure how long I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay maybe a week or so. The snow is but it's quite fluffy right now. It's powder, so it's easy to like step through it. So it's been quite a hard trek up here because well, my pulk, this little thing right there, it keeps on diving under the snow, so it gets a bit hard to pull it. So now I'm gonna put up camp, sort out some gear, get some overview of whatever I brought with me, and tomorrow I plan to go even further into the mountains. The temperature is going to be low, about -20. It's also going to dip down to -25 Celsius, so this is going to be a proper winter training, I guess. So yeah, let's set camp. Well, as you can see, the weather has changed and it's become much better. We do have our good old friend the sun here, and the moon is up there if you can see it. So I put up camp in this beautiful place. We're not far from Finse, but still it's Finse, and if you come here for winter training, you certainly don't need to go far. Right now I'm airing my sleeping bag, so for this trip I brought 2 sleeping bags. This one is a down bag and it goes inside a synthetic bag, which is pretty nice. Helsport Spitsbergen Extreme. That sounds harsh. Anyway, so what happened was that due to the cold weather we've been having here, we've been down to maybe I think -20 around there, perhaps a bit more during the night. What happens is that my heat from my body goes through this bag and then it enters the synthetic bag, and just before it goes out of the bag again, it gets stuck just beneath the fabric. So now it's filled up with like pearls of ice all the way up. So I was thinking about airing it, but I'm a bit uncertain, like if the sun, I doubt it, if the sun heats it up enough, it might melt and just go further back in. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. I haven't been freezing thus far during the night, so that's good. So for this trip I brought my trusty old Hilleberg Keron 3 GT. Now this is, as you can see, is a tunnel tent. It's a really nice tent. It's gotten me through some harsh winter storms before, so I trust this tent very much. Due to being a GT, it has a bit of a larger compartment in the front, which gives me some space to do my cooking, and I even have space to dig out this pit so I can put my legs down. Also, even though it looks very snowy, and it is, it's not that much snow these days. It's still early January or mid-January, so we haven't gotten that much of a snow lately. So just for fun, I brought along this. So this is, well, it's stuck now. You can prone the depth of the snow, which made it easier for me to find a spot where I can actually dig out a pit, because it really sucks when you put up the tent and then you realize, it's like 30 centimeters. So this is a fairly normal thing to do. I secure my tent with skiing poles for these ends, both of them. And then in the back here, you can see I do the same with my skis. So yeah, and I had to use like long, I'm not sure what you call it in English, feller, we call it in Norwegian. So I'm just going to put up the English word around here, maybe there. Yeah. Here's my sled. Now this is quite a simple sled, made out of plastic. I had it for a couple of years now, and it's really good. It's really done its work. So usually, now it's not going to be any more wind for the next couple of days, but I still try to dig it down a little bit so the wind doesn't catch it. But if it was to be even more wind, I would really like put it under snow. And in addition, I have this back corner of the tent, the side that will face the wind, which I usually connect to my sled if the weather is rough. That makes sure that the tent just doesn't disappear and blow off while I'm blow away when I'm trying to set it up. You can also, of course, use one of the guy lines, attach a carabine hook to that, and onto your sled or backpack or whatever you have that's a bit heavy, even yourself. Now, another important thing I always bring is my trusty good old brush. Now, due to condensation coming from my body and cooking and everything, one needs to always brush away the ice. So you can do your outer tent, get rid of it, and also you use it for your clothing and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. Secure my tent pegs. I dig a hole, then I put it like this. Then of course dig the snow back on it. It's a really strong anchor point. Takes some while to dig it up again, but if there's a storm, you're sure as hell happy you did this. I have attached a piece of Velcro to the inner guy line, just hanging here. This allows me to put my guy line into this piece of Velcro and just wrap it together. So when I'm gonna set camp, it's a bit more organized and I don't need to untangle my guy lines. So you can see it's a tunnel tent. It has 4 poles. Each pole is the same length, which doesn't create a lot of confusion if you have to set it up, sorting out which pole goes where. Here it's simple, they're all the same length. So I've attached the tent pole here, it goes around, and then I've taped each section except the yellow ones here, which gives me the opportunity to just flip it over like this, and then roll up the tent, put it into its bag, it's a ski bag, and then put it into the sled. Another feature I really like about this tent is that you can open the door in this way, so you can keep this standing like this. So if you put snow against your tent along the sides here, you can still keep it here and step inside and out, which is really nice. It has a sufficient amount of guy lines, and one particular thing I like about this guy line is that you can adjust it just using one hand, which is really nice when you're wearing gloves or thick mittens during winter. One in the back here, which is nice to store just your maybe your rucksack or other type of gear. Even in really rough weather, you can actually use that area as a toilet, but that's up to you. It can be easily adjusted. There's a metal wire going through here, so you can bend it kind of the way you want. Either bend it down or up, or yeah, whatever you like. All right, let's enter my home. So welcome to my house in the mountains, my small cabin. So the entrance is almost 360 degrees, like this. You can pull that up and put it in here. Another feature I do like is that this area here is not too tall, so you can actually sit here with your legs resting down into the pit. So nothing in life is perfect, except my wife. And one thing I would love to see improved, and I'm not sure how they could do this, but there's some clever minds working at Hilleberg, so they could probably figure it out. But I would have loved to see that it would be possible to kind of open it a bit this way here. So extend this down here, and then I could close it down like this and keep this area a bit more open. That would allow me to set up my cooking pot here and do some quick boiling of the water, because I don't like the moisture to come inside the tent because of icing. So then I could do some quick boiling of water, or just anything that doesn't require a long time, or even require a long time. So yeah, like I said, not sure how you can solve that, but Hilleberg, give it some thought. Besides that, this tent is a-okay. I love it. I also bring my sled bag inside and put all of my different bags, except this one, this is the food bag, inside this one, because to be honest, I'm super tired of just looking all over the tent for every single little thing. I just bought this mat. It's what is it? It's a rub, and it's called what does it say? Hypersphere 9.5. Fancy names, huh? So I like to get the ones that are long and wide, so I can stretch out and yeah, not roll off the mat. This one has an R value of 9.5, which is quite high. Guess I just have to believe them. Not sure if it actually goes that high, but still it's keeping me warm. Here's the outer bag, which I was talking about. The one that's synthetic, so of course you can't see it, but I can feel that there's pearls of ice all along the sleeping bag on the top side, which is of course facing the cold. So I think for the future in this kind of cold weather, especially on longer treks that goes beyond maybe 10-15 days and further, you need to kind of have some kind of a waterproof, condensation proof bag inside your sleeping bags. So you wrap yourself into that, then you go into your sleeping bag, and that would prevent that. For 2 people, it's a decent size, especially during winter, but you can of course fit another person inside here. So yeah, that's up to you. How much space do you want? I like the yellow inner tent. Gives a nice color for your eyes, and I also like the color red, because in the mountain, or anywhere actually, it's good to spot your tent in case you get lost. Once I got lost in Femusmarka many years ago, and my tent was green, and I spent hours trying to find it. So from then on, my tents have had bright colors. It has pockets in each corner, there and there and there, which is nice. And also you have a drying line. You can keep your clothes on or put up your light or whatever you would like to have there. Also, this one had it for years and years. It's a North Face. And this is my trusty buddy. It's down when the cold creeps in. I also, when I arrive to my spot where I want to make camp, I always pull this one out and put it outside my Gore-Tex jacket just to get the warmth and put up the tent, so you don't really stress about getting inside the tent because it's cold and you're tired and you're sweaty, trying to avoid the sweat. But if you know how to do that, please tell me. Here's my kitchen. So I sit on this and then I close up the inner tent Then I put on this. This is like an emergency windproof bag. You can also use that for brakes during your trek. It's pretty nice. And I wrap that around me. And why do I do that? That is to avoid condensation. Of course I close here so the condensation won't travel inside my inner tent. And I put that on just to protect myself. Here is my kitchen setup. This is a Primus Omni Fuel, which I bought back in 2011. It's still going strong. I have replaced the hose and of course some different pakninger. I'm not sure what you call that in English. I'm going to put that up here. And for this one, due to the cold, I'm using power fuel, which is basically like gasoline, just purified. And here's the fuel bottle. And this is my pot, and as usual, this is all I brought along, so I do all my eating, all my suppers in this one. I usually like to get the ones that can show you how much amount of water or whatever you're having, you know. So it's like 0.9, 1.2, 1.5 liters and so forth. I also got this back in 2010, 2011, I can't remember. It has this railing, which they say will increase the efficiency by, I don't know, a lot of percent. So I'm not sure, but I just guess I have to believe that. Then again, these they produce some sort of a fume that's not good to breathe. So you have to be sure you have good you have good circulation of air when doing that. Here is my water. So every day I have to boil or melt snow and make some water out of it. So I've gotten some questions about how do you actually use an Omni Fuel with power fuel. So I think I'm just going to give a brief introduction to how to use it. So the first thing you need is of course fuel. So here we have power fuel, which is quite clean fuel, so it doesn't really produce that lot of, well, what can you call it, crap. I always bring this. This is clever because you don't want to spill that much. So this is quite important. You never fill it up beyond this point because you need some space to make pressure. All right, and off we go. Just a tad more. There we go. Next up, you attach your pump. This is the one that will create pressure into the bottle and transport the fuel into your burner. So you put this in top here and you just screw it on. There we are. And then, of course, you need to attach it to your burner. On this particular model, you just do like this. You screw it on. Don't need to twist the bottle. Now you need to tighten it, but don't tighten it too much. You don't want to ruin the pakning, whatever you call that in English. I'll put it down here. There we go. Now we need to pump it up. So first of all, you need to check, is it closed? Yup. Is this closed? Yup. All right. So for a full bottle, maybe around 15 to 20 pumps. Yeah, I'm probably beyond the number now, but still, you get the point. So you want something to put your burner on so it doesn't melt into the snow. Some people, they build their own little plateau they can put it on. I forgot mine, so I'm using my shovel this time. On the bottle, it says on. And if you twist the bottle around, it says off. So we want it to be on. All right, there we go. And then you open the valve and you put it to maximum. And then we have to preheat the oven. Now how long this takes depends on the cold, how low the temperature is. But we give it a couple of seconds. You can see the fuel coming through here. And yeah, that's more than enough. Like this. Close it. And I'm using one of these. This is also from Primus, actually. And it's a gas one. And then you just light it. Boom. And then we're going to wait for a while. You can hear this hissing sound when it's ready. But sometimes, yeah, you might not hear it because of the wind. So just give it some time. And be aware that this flame can become high, so be sure that it doesn't touch your tent. Okay, then we're going to try to see if we have preheated it enough. So we turn the valve just a little bit. Oh, it's sparking. Oh, it's sparking. That's all right. Normal. And it will settle down when it gets hot enough, as you can see. Now it's hot enough. So it's time to put the kettle on. So you just chop off your ice. It could be clever to have this ready before you start. Like, I didn't do that, but that's fine. There we go. Just put it in. There we are. So if you add some water, just a little bit tad, it will make the process a bit faster, but you don't need to. But if you have some leftover water from the last time you did your melting, that's a nice thing to put in there. So we just keep on adding snow. So if you feel like it's not going fast enough, or you can hear the flame is kind of slowing down, what you can do is you can just pump a little bit more. Keep the pressure up. Alright, now it's boiling, so we don't need to use the burner anymore. So what we do, we take the bottle, we turn it around, and then we just wait for maybe a minute and the flame will die. And it died out. You can hear the pressure is leaving the bottle. And it's almost gone. Then you just close it back up like this, and you do the same here. The reason we do this is because we don't want any fuel left in the hose. Just creates a mess. So the water is in the thermos, and what's clever to do now is that you put it into your down. Make sure you screw this tight on and you keep it in there, and the heat will last longer. And that's pretty much how you do it. You can call me a bit nostalgic, you can call me a bit patriotic, but I always think the Norwegian flag looks goddamn beautiful in the winter mountain. So I bring it along. So the night is upon us, and it's soon time to hit the good old bag. Just had dinner, and as per usual I had real field meals. It's from a Norwegian based company based in Tromsø. It is dried food, so you wrap it up, put some hot water into it, stir it up, and you're good to go after 8 minutes or so. This particular one is pulled pork with rice. This evening I had pasta Provence with pork, which was delicious as usual. All my electronics, my power banks, my phone and whatnot goes down into the sleeping bag with me, so it stays nice and toasty throughout the night. I also boil some water and put it on this bottle, tighten it up, and also put it down into my bag, my sleeping bag. But due to the cold weather up here, I don't want to overproduce moisture because my sleeping bag is quite hot to begin with, so this is only room temperature. But still, I put it into my sleeping bag, so tomorrow I wake up and I have ready-made water for my coffee, which I need pronto. Besides that, usually during the evening I wear this attire basically. It's a wool sweater. Fun fact, this is actually a replica of Fridtjof Nansen's wool sweater that he used during his Greenland crossing back in the day, and he also did some training in this area in preparation for that. And he loved Hardangervidda. This one is actually kind of cool. This is a neck made of wool, and I picked it up in Svalbard when I was living there. It's a replica of a trapper's wool neck that was found in a grave, and due to the tundra, his body was preserved alongside his clothes, so they replicated it, which is pretty cool. Like one guy said up there, it would be insane if like say your mittens that were knitted by your grandmother and you passed away on Svalbard under some kind of circumstances, and on 200-300 years later it becomes fashion. Life, huh? So on my head I have my Norrøna good old Arctic hat. This is actually also designed by a polar explorer, Børge Ausland. He also did some training in these areas as all the others. As you can see, I'm a big fan of Norrøna. This is also something I wear throughout the day and in the evening. What I like about it is also that you can have your stuff inside here, close to your body, so it stays nice and toasty. Speaking of Norrøna, this is my Gore-Tex pants and my jacket. Now it's closing in on 20 years and it's still going strong. Many adventures together we have had, and perhaps many more to come. So I use a dry sack as a barrier against the door, so I don't touch with my sleeping bag. I also do the same here as well. And I leave some space open for air to flow through the tent and out here and throughout the tent. And also I do have a pee bottle. Yes, you heard that correct. You need a pee bottle because you need to stay hydrated, of course, and going outside to take a piss in this cold, well, that will probably stop you from drinking water. So having a pee bottle makes life so much easier. So before I hit the sack now, I will strip down to a thin layer of wool, cause let the sleeping bag do the job, you know, so you don't overproduce the heat of your body, because once again, moisture is not your friend. Well, I'm super tired. I've been skiing all day, so I think I'm just gonna say good night and see you all tomorrow. Morning, my friends, from the chilly mountains of Finse. Oh, I slept really nice, and I woke up a bit later than I was expecting to do, but that's alright. I'm not here to chase anything. So today I think I'm just gonna go for a short ski trip around the area here. It's beautiful weather outside, as you can see, and yeah, it was quite chilly during the night. I slept well in my sleeping bag, but when I woke up, the whole tent outside and everything, it was, well, covered in ice. I just want to show you where I am, actually. So, here you have Hardangervidda. As you've seen in my other videos, I've gone around here as well. And this is a really nice starting point if you want to cross into Hardangervidda. You just follow this, go over here to Krasja, and then you move on. At the moment, I haven't gone far. I just gone around here, and I put up camp in this area. Like I told you, this is all about just getting ready for the season and doing some winter training. You know, awakening those winter skills. So far it's been quite nice, you know, the weather has been shifting, but now it's sunshine, and the cold really brings out the winter skills, you know, so it's a constant battle against the ice, like all the time, ice, 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 ice. But that's fine, you know, that's why we're here. So even though I'm just going for a short ski trip around the surrounding area here, you never know what can happen, so you have to bring some vital gear. So this is a windproof emergency bag that I can get into. This is my compass, which I actually got for Christmas from my wife. My old compass I had for many years was starting to, was giving me the wrong directions, which is not good. First aid kit. And of course my InReach, this is the first edition of InReach Mini, still doing quite well. And of course a map. So this is the side pockets. These can be used as also as a backpack, smaller one of course. So you connect them together with this here, and they're quite spacious. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, this is Alfa. I was a part of, they make these a lot of ski boots and proper quality gear, and I was a part of the test team and the expedition team back in the day. So let's go skiing today, shall we? So I'm feeling hungry, time to get some food. Now this is actually bread. It's a cheese sandwich, which I carried along. I don't usually bring bread, but for this trek I did. But it's frozen solid, so we need to do some barbecuing. As we say up here in the north, man tager hva man haver. There we go. So beside power fuel, the body needs fuel as well. So let's talk about what I bring to eat. So this is a blend of oatmeal. It also has nuts in it and raisins, powdered milk and protein powder. And I always write here how many grams of food this equals. In that sense, you know how much you have, of course, but also you also know how much energy you will get out of those 100 grams. So you take a look on the back of the package. It says the declaration of ingredients, and then you can add up how much 100 grams will equal in energy. Forgot to mention, there's also a lump of butter in here, you can see. Fat is good. And then I just add some water. Stir it up. And breakfast is ready. Good morning, my friends. The final day has arrived. The sun has made an appearance after hiding behind the mountains for a couple of hours. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to head back to the train station. You know, all good things has to come to an end, so this is one of those. It's been an enjoyable trek. Hope you enjoyed it as well. I was looking for cold weather, and I definitely found it. So very nice, very nice. And what a day to end, huh? I've had beautiful weather all along, except the first days. But I'll be back when the weather is bad, because that's also fun. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and we'll see each other another time, huh? Have a nice day.